Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about my Talonflame build. Talonflame has been under the radar for a while now, even after the recent buff it received. I think Talonflame has a lot of carry potential due to its insane AoE burst damage, but it's not very easy to play and can be punished heavily in the late game if positioned poorly. This build will showcase the maximum potential of Talonflame if played properly, so let's get started. First, we have Aerial Ace. This ability is unlocked at level 5 and is the perfect gap closing tool. This ability flies towards a target and deals damage. Do note that it flies behind the enemy, so you can use it to dodge frontal abilities like Ninetales' Dazzling Gleam or Mr. Mind's Confusion, etc. Furthermore, it also makes your next basic attack boosted, so you can dish out a lot of unexpected AoE burst damage. You can upgrade Aerial Ace at level 11 to further increase the damage dealt. Overall, this ability is extremely consistent and excellent for sticking on enemies. Next, we have Fwii. This ability is unlocked at level 7 and is your engage and escape tool. This ability makes Talonflame untargetable while hovering in the sky. You can use the move again to instantly dive to the targeted area, dealing damage to all enemies hit. Fwii does an insane amount of damage, averaging over 1 to 2k damage easily, and being AoE means you can potentially use it to wipe the whole entire enemy team. You can upgrade Fwii at level 13 to crowd control enemies hit. Overall, this ability offers a lot of utility and damage and makes Talonflame a strong carry Pokemon. Moving on, let's talk about the held items. There are two options for Talonflame's offensive item. One, we have the Muscle Band. This item is great for Talonflame because it offers attack and attack speed as the base stats to allow for more consistent damage. The passive 3% max HP damage helps a lot in clearing wild Pokemon, doing objectives like Dreadnought, and makes killing tanks much easier. The other option is Scope Lens. This item offers critical rate and critical damage to allow for more burst damage. This item is better in the later stage of the game when you're higher level to allow for stronger critical damage on your basic attack. That being said, just choose the Muscle Band for consistent damage or the Scope Lens for more burst damage. Now we have our first defensive item, Buddy Barrier. This item offers HP as the base stat, which is great to make Talonflame tankier so you can survive long enough to use your Fly ability again to escape or chase. The passive also offers 40% max HP shield for 8 seconds to yourself and an ally when you use your Unite move, meaning you can continuously dish out damage and clean up a fight. Finally, we have our item, Focus Band. This item is amazing because it offers defense and special defense as the base stats to help survive the early game skirmishes. The passive also provides amazing healing and synergizes really well with Buddy Barrier to make sure you don't die instantly in a fight. Overall, I use two defensive items because Talonflame's base damage is extremely high, so overloading on survivability means you can do more damage over time and potentially carry the game. Now we have the battle items. There are two options here to choose depending on your playstyle. First, we have the eject button. This battle item offers more survivability and chase potential and is very consistent throughout the game. Next, we have the Goal Getter. Talonflame is very agile, so you can sneak a lot of goals with the Goal Getter and easily escape with the ability Fly. So just run the eject button if you prefer to teamfight more, or the Goal Getter if you prefer to split and score. Now I'll show you my Talonflame gameplay and explain how to play the early, mid, and late game. Let's get started. Alright, so the beginning of the game is quite easy. Just get your acrobatics, go over the wall, and clear your first camp. That should put you at level 3 and that will unlock your pack. So the goal here after the first initial clear is to get level 5 and then look for a gang top to contest for the bees. And if the enemy team plays really aggressive, then you can punish. Use your acrobatic to engage every camp. That will help the clear speed quite a bit. And you should always have it up on every single camp because the cooldown is not very long. Alright, we should be level 5 after clearing the next crab, and that should give us our first ability upgrade and our first evolution. There we go, unlock your aerial ace, and then just head top. The enemy team seems to be playing pretty aggressive, and I'm just pretty much sitting in here waiting for the B spawn. If the enemy team shows up, then I can punish, but you don't want to walk into vision to let the enemy know that you're here. My waltz is kind of baiting, so I'm just waiting patiently for the enemy team to overstep, go in for the burst damage, and instantly chunk them. Now we just fight for the Bs. Pretty handily, they cannot contest this B at all, it just belongs to us. They actually walk back in, so we just turn on them and instantly wipe them with the Mr. Mime damage as well. Get a quick score, unlock level 6. Your next goal is to try to get level 7, so clear down with the crabs. And that should give you the final evolution along with the ability Fly. Do keep in mind that your buff spawns 1 minute after you clear it, so make sure to always keep it off rotations every minute, so you can always have it up as soon as possible. Alright, so I managed to get 3 crabs here, and then now I can go back into my jungle. I'm gonna get level 8 quite easily this game, after the second clear of my jungle camps. So level 7, you get your final evolution, unlock Fly. This ability is really amazing because of the burst damage. As you can see, it did 1.4k damage on a wild Pokemon. If you use this on the enemy, then essentially they just lose about half their HP instantly. Alright, this camp should give me level 8 for the base stat increase. The next goal is to get to level 9 because then you will unlock your Unite move. Here I see a gank happening and I just fly in and see what happens to that Pikachu. Almost instantly dies. And the cleanup is very easy as well. Grab that and you get a quick 30 score. You go for the Bees and wait for the Dreadnought to spawn. Level 9 now, just unlock your Unite move. Once you get level 9 with the Unite move, you're practically a complete Pokemon. So at this point, every level up is just bonus, and your next power spike will be level 11 for the next upgrade on your abilities. Here you see, I just fly in, chunked them for about half their HP instantly. You get a quick score for the HP regen. Here I end up using my Unite move to pretty much punish the 2 people that are on top side, and then use my Fly to instantly kill the other 2. As you can see, the AoE damage on Talonflame is quite immense. Even though I only have 1 offensive item, I was able to just use my base damage, extremely high base damage, to nuke the enemy team. Now we get the Dreadnought, so we're in quite a lead now, level 11, practically like 2 to 3 levels over everybody in the game. Now my buff spawn, so I'm just gonna go back and clear that. Try to put it off on cooldown every time because like I said, it spawns every minute. Here I was hovering top for the Rotom, but as you can see it's already long gone. That's okay, I'm just gonna be here and look for a score if possible. My Mr. Mime broke the goal. I see a lot of people bottom, so I'm just gonna clear it down. Try to always like flank wherever the action is, even though it's great to farm and all. As you can see here, I think I got a 3-man fly and just instantly wiped 2 people. Alright. Here, there's 1 point left on the goal. I have a 50 points, so this is a huge overcap. Practically a perfect score right there, and my teammates was nice enough to let me have it, which is the perfect play for us. Now, just go back and farm because there's no objective on the map. When there's no objective on the map or there's no fight happening, just look to farm because you always want to be high level to increase your base damage, and since Talonflame is a burst Pokemon, he gets a lot of value from getting levels. Level 13 now, get my final upgrade. And at this point, I'm just insanely strong due to all the pressure I've dealt to the map and just instantly wipe the enemy team so they don't even have time to fight back in a lot of these fights. Alright, here I see a fight happening, so I'm just gonna fly in, as you can see. Didn't really get the damage down, but that's okay because my teammates managed to pretty much pump out their damage and we got it instantly. Dreadnought's gonna spawn in like 1 second, so I'm just gonna rush down and try to go for that. Once we get the second Dread, the game is pretty much secure because we're just gonna be like 1 or 2 levels above the enemy. So here I see that the team is starting it, and it looks like a perfect fly opportunity to pick up the Pikachu, and then look for the Unite move here. I got it on practically 4 people and then chunked their carries and forced all of them to back up. Now my teammates can just do the Dreadnought for free. Here I went really deep for the Cinderace, but unfortunately I was 1 hit off from killing him, so I'm like, okay, we got the Dreadnought, that's it, the fight is over. And now I'm just gonna back. The Pikachu unfortunately did not walk into the brush before he used his Electro Ball, so that did not cancel my recall. And even if it did, I don't think it would have mattered because I would have just killed him. It might have just been a blessing in disguise for him. As you can see, that was the perfect choke point that you could use your Unite move there, because Talonflame's Unite move does stop if it hits an obstacle, so if you use it in a choke point where it's just a line, then essentially you just go right through it and carry everybody inside of it along with you and deal damage. Plus you proc the Buddy Barrier, there's really nothing the enemy can do. Yeah, I just can secure the Rotom quite handily and see the Cinderace try to kill it, so I'm just gonna jump on him. Unfortunately, I did make a misplay here because the Machamp ulted me and he used his Unite move. I tried to flash away from it, but he still got the boost speed and he crit me about twice there to finish me off. So there you go, even though I am very strong, if I don't get my damage down, then essentially I just get wiped. But that death wasn't really meaningful because, like I said, there's no objective left on the map, so they just get 1 kill, that's about it. They don't get any scores, they don't get any objectives. Alright, now my Unite move is back at 70%, so I'm gonna try to charge that up. And we still got about 40 seconds before Zapdos spawn. But not too bad, we're gonna be level 15 soon. Level 14 and level 15 doesn't really offer any like ability upgrade or whatnot, but the base stat upgrade for level 15 is quite insane. You get practically like double upgrade, so trying to get level 14 and level 15 as whenever you can, and don't try to stop leveling because being able to get the base stat upgrade is really insane. I see my Mr. Mime getting caught here, so I'm just gonna fly in, do the initial damage on the Machoke. I get submission, so it ended up chunking me for quite a bit. Very interesting fight here. I did like a 2-man Unite move there, and then as you can see, my fly hit the other 2 and instantly just wiped them off the face of this planet. So there you go, that's the potential of running Talonflame against like squishy champions or squishy Pokemon. If you can fly into them, essentially that's pretty much it. 60-70% of their health bar is just gone instantly. Now I'm just trying to charge my Unite move for the Zapdos fight because I did use my Unite move earlier to pretty much make sure I win that 1v3. Now I'm gonna fly in, do the chunk damage, pop the their Talonflame instantly, pop their Greninja. Here, something really weird happened. I think that it was well played by the Cinderace to use his Blaze Kick on the bees to bounce backwards, so essentially I missed my fly there. And then I think he crit me at the very end to pretty much chunk me for like 10% of my HP. So that was very unlucky, but it is what it is. I mean, sometimes stuff like that just happens. Now my team is, for some reason, starting to Zapdos, but I'm gonna be up in like 6 seconds, so it's not too bad. The enemy team is not really doing Zapdos as well, so the damage right now, nobody's on it, so that gives me a lot of time to fly back in and get back into the action. So my goal here is not to do the Zapdos, pretty much stop the enemy from doing it, because we are winning by like 100 point plus at this point. I'm just gonna go on the Talonflame here, chunk him with the fly, follow up with the aerial ace and flash, but he has his fly up, so I'm just gonna have to leave him alone. The enemy team started doing it, so I'm like, okay, maybe I can just fly over the wall here and see what I can do. Didn't really catch anyone, but that's okay. I'm gonna chase the Cinderace here. Like, the goal here is to just stop them from doing it. They only have like 17 seconds, so that's not gonna be enough time. And unfortunately, the Cinderace bounced in, and I was able to just do a 2-man fly, secure the Zapdos as well. I try to use my Unite move to get closer. I don't think we got the score down here, but that's fine. I mean, denying Zapdos from the enemy teams means they just cannot win. So there you go, that would be it for the Talonflame guide. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up to help the channel grow. I'll continue to make more content like this to help you guys. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.